hard to believe that it was a few years ago during the Bray Wyatt-Roman Reigns feud that we would see Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns actually deliver good matches after good matches. And now here we are, their third match on Raw. It's a last man standing match, and everyone already called it. It was going to be match of the night, and maybe even be match of the year worthy if they are given enough time. And when it was revealed that it was 10:32 in Eastern Standard Time, and I saw the time and it ends around 11:05 to be exact, and if they go a little bit overtime, they would essentially have 30 minutes. And considering how bloodthirsty this feud has been between them, and the actual blood, I knew that this would be magic. And sure enough, this was a brutal, fighting, hard-edged, most likely creating memes in the process, style matchup between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman in their best outing to date. Now, yeah, this basically says that they're both going to kill each other, and then they both cut a promo before the match starts, where Roman Reigns vows to defeat Braun Strowman and take the fight to Brock Lesnar in the Fatal 4-Way match at SummerSlam, and Braun Strowman compares Roman Reigns to a little puppy compared to him. Yeah. Braun Strowman, everybody! He wants to kick little puppies in the face. Yeah. So Braun Strowman is ready. He gets out to the ring and then charges at Roman Reigns just as he's making his entrance, and they just start fighting. And fighting is chaotic. It's crazy. It's brutal. And remember how I said there was a meme? Probably it's the moment when Braun Strowman throws a chair at Roman Reigns just when he's about to charge him into a spear, and I was like, well, that's a meme. Like, I'm gonna call it. It's going to be a meme, especially since it's Roman Reigns, and after the Suffering Succotash incident, people have been looking for more excuses to mock Reigns. Still waiting for that heel turn, but I'm pretty sure I've given up at this point. So, yeah, and they were throwing everything at each other. It was just, like I said, chaotic. This was their best match to date with each other, and seriously, I would want this to be one of the main events at WrestleMania next year, since Brock Lesnar is said to no longer be defending the Universal title by then. Like it's been said, he's going to fulfill his commitments, but he seems to be leaving after that. So, yeah, I was expecting not Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman to win the match. I was expecting, okay, maybe this week they're going to do Lesnar attacking both of them as a message. No, instead, Braun Strowman gets the win, and Roman Reigns loses thanks to Samoa Joe interfering. Yeah, the logic makes no sense because the referees are trying to stop him, even though this is a no DQ match, therefore there's nothing illegal going on. Yeah. So, after that, Braun Strowman just quickly gets back up after the 8 count during the second attempt, and stands tall in the end. So let's see the score. Braun Strowman is 3, Roman Reigns is 1, and there's 1 draw. 3-1-1. So, yeah, Roman Reigns has only won 1 match, and that was their second encounter at Fastlane. The first time was a count at Roman Reigns is 2, since Roman Reigns got a count out victory over Braun Strowman. And then there was a draw with The Undertaker when The Undertaker interfered. So Roman Reigns is 3-2-1. Is 3. Okay, Braun Strowman's 3, Roman Reigns is 2, and there's only 1 draw. So 3-2-1. We got a countdown, ladies and gentlemen. We got a countdown. And like I said, I wanted to hear the audience in Toronto chant, "Fight forever! Fight forever," because that was how good the match was. I would have loved if they chant "Fight forever," but since this is not NXT and the fact that it's Roman Reigns, therefore we can't do that. And also, for the sign of the week, I'm calling it now, it's that sign that has spelled out so much logic that I'm pretty sure if I told somebody, they would not believe me. Don't boo Roman, boo creative. Yeah. 4 words, and they just summed up what everyone should be doing. They're booing Roman, but they are not booing creative because creative just thinks, oh, it's a reaction, therefore we're doing something right. or Vince specifically. But yeah, that was the sign of the week, because I kept saying on Twitter, so much logic! Yeah. And to be quite honest, I honestly made a hashtag out of it on my Twitter account. And also hashtag Vince be triggered, because that's just so fun right now. But yeah, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, they tore the house down. They went from arena, they went around the arena, they went into the crowd, I thought for sure it was going to end in either Brock Lesnar kicking up both their asses and they get a draw 10 count, or, you know, both of them beat the holy hell out of each other to the point that they're both unconscious. Like, Roman Reigns spearing Braun Strowman off the stage into the equipment area, and boom, everything just explodes. But no, that never happened. Instead, Roman Reigns runs down the ramp at the speed of a bullet and just spears Braun Strowman out of his boots. Not literally, but that could have happened. But that would have been that was an awesome spear. Probably my favorite for right now. I would like to see more spears like that later down the road. And Roman Reigns barely spoke in this match. And also there was a table spot where Roman Reigns did the Samoan drop on Braun Strowman. I'm trying to wonder how his back's not broken after lifting him how many times. So, yeah, this match was awesome. I would not change a thing, other than the ending, because I would have had either Braun Strowman win clean, because there's God knows how his Roman Reigns going to look weak and compared, or Samoa Joe gets involved. Well, they did that. Or Brock Lesnar kicks both their asses. And have you noticed something strange about this build-up towards the Fatal 4-Way match? It's just Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns doing all the work, and Brock Lesnar has shown up, but he's not interacting with them. Paul Heyman's just talking, and while it was awesome to see Paul Heyman interact with The Miz for the first time ever, wasted opportunity there. Anyways, so I was like, when is Brock Lesnar going to beat the living hell out of all three competitors, or at least get into a fight with them? What? We're not doing that? Oh. Please tell me this is not going to be the build-up. They're just the three guys going to do all the work while Brock Lesnar just stands around and possibly beats up a guy who has virtually no future. Oh, that's going to happen most likely? Oh, okay, he's going to get paid for destroying people and then afterwards go to UFC and fight John Jones. And then probably come back, fulfill his commitments, and then walk out. So yeah, someone said on Twitter, like, enjoy these Brock Lesnar appearances while they last if he does indeed leave. But I can't really enjoy them if Brock Lesnar is just standing around. Like, Paul Heyman's alright, but even then he's starting to become a little bit stale. Like, even The Miz predicted what Paul Heyman was going to address, and yeah, it was right on the money. So, yeah, this build-up has been very confusing for me. At least SmackDown has something going on with the WWE Championship as opposed to the Universal title. And Jinder Mahal's the champion still. Oh, and the Great Khali's not coming back. That was just a one-time thing, thank God. So, yeah, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, I would want to see them fight at WrestleMania in one of the main events. Hopefully not the main event, because Roman Reigns has main evented 3 times in a row. I don't want to see a 4th time and get more unnecessary hate because booking management has an obsession for him, mostly Vince. Oops, Vince be triggered. So, yeah. I seriously hope that Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman deliver another high-quality matchup like this time at WrestleMania, because, my God, that would just sell. Just to see these two just go in the ring and kill each other and bloodthirsty one another, like two beasts trying to go ahead and claim the kingdom for themselves. Yeah, that's the one thing I found interesting about this feud. All 4 of them are beasts. There are no underdogs. Like, you couldn't say, oh, well, Roman Reigns will be booked as an underdog because he's a face, technically, and the other 3 are heels. Well, the way Paul Heyman's trying to push it, it seems like Lesnar's going to be in between. And even then, Roman Reigns hasn't really been portrayed as an underdog throughout this entire feud. He's actually been acting as the aggressor. Like, he started the brawl with Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe, and then they worked together, which was actually awesome. So, yeah. And Roman Reigns, and they haven't really addressed Roman Reigns as an underdog, just this beast ready to tear things apart, which is something they should do right. So, yeah, I hope that we get more of this Reigns, this brute version of him, who speaks very little at times, and does use his fists as the talking. And if this happens again between him and Braun Strowman, I'll be all for it. Like, I'm pretty sure this match happened solely not just because they had to build up SummerSlam. It's because, oh god, John Cena lost to Shinsuke Nakamura. Any excuses? Panic mode, everybody! Vince is triggered! So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why they had to deliver a big pay-per-view main event to compete with Shinsuke Nakamura and John Cena. Though, if they had let Roman Reigns lose clean, then they would have actually had a chance to win. But yeah, those were my thoughts on Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman round 3 on Raw during a last man standing match nonetheless. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to tune for more.